All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for clicking on the video. Considering it's April, it's the month of Mortal Kombat 3, and why is that? It's the 30th anniversary of this game. Came out April 15th, 1995. Feels crazy saying that still, but yeah, 30 years ago. So I figured, you know what, let's do a couple of playthroughs of Mortal Kombat 3 this month. Next up is the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 3. You remember playing this one back in the day? I sure do. In my opinion, the Super Nintendo version is the hardest version of Mortal Kombat 3 for single player. It doesn't play like the arcade in the sense that the difficulty is lenient. It's very not lenient. Basically, the problem with this one was that the first match that you play, whether it's Master Tower or Novice, it's basically the same. The opponents won't do combos on you. They might run in and give you a bit of a hard time, but they'll usually throw one hit and then back off. As soon as you beat that first battle, though, every battle on top of that just becomes very hard. Basically, the computer just goes nuts on you, and if you lose, it resets the process. The battle becomes easy and then super hard, etc., etc. And that kind of ruined the single-player mode for this version. So growing up, though, however, my brother and I used to play this, and unfortunately, my brother was a sore loser. And when he would lose his friggin' mind, which usually resulted in me ending up throwing the match or acting like I was trying. But, you know, he'd win one here and win one there. I mean, he was never happy. I had to keep on, you know, if I would win again, he'd lose his mind. I don't know if a lot of us had siblings like that who were just poor sports or whatever if you were good at video games. But anyways, Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 3. Everything in this game is fantastic. It's really good. It looks like the arcade, plays like the arcade, but the single player, like I said, that's where this game really loses its shine. So if you had this version growing up, let me know what you thought about it. And you know, ultimately, if you were playing against, I played against a couple of buddies of mine back in the day. We're kind of equal skill and stuff. We had a really good time playing this one. It was a great at-home version. The PlayStation 1 version was really good too, but there was a lot of loading time on that, so that kind of ruined that when it came to like just fast, continuous play. So this year, the Genesis version, it's the only one that I haven't played a lot. Like back in the day, I don't even remember really playing it back in the day. But just recently, over the last year or two, I started playing the Genesis version more. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that playthrough in a couple days or whatever. But Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat 3, if you clicked on the video, I do appreciate it. Let's get into some of that atrocious gameplay right now and try to have fun doing it. So thank you for clicking on the video. All right, here we go. Mortal Kombat 3 for the Super Nintendo. This is the month of vanilla Mortal Kombat 3, as it is the 30th year anniversary of this game, April 15th. Figured, what the hell, let's do a couple more playthroughs of MK3. Super Nintendo version. Excellent version. This is the one that I had growing up. It's the first version of MK3 that I owned. And I got a lot of good memories with this one. So, first things first, let's put a couple codes in. Cool stuff menu. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, A. Cool stuff. We like that. About cooler stuff. Select A, B, right, left, down, down, up, up. Very cool. And then Scott stuff, which is one of the programmers of the game, obviously. There we go. That was XBA. Y, up, left, down, right, down. Now, the only reason I opened up those cheat menus for this was to show you that they're in this. Playing this game at easy, medium, hard, very hard, it's all the same as far as I'm concerned. This version is very, very hard unless you know any of the exploits. Run, I like to have as my left button, and then block is right. The rest is good. I don't change the difficulty. We'll leave it at what it's at. These codes, however, I would like extra credits, as you only get 5. Now, these, there's a lot of different cheats and such, right? You can turn them on. The problem I have with these cheats, and I'm just going to leave it as is that when you activate one, between every round, a black screen pops up and it tells you what you have enabled for your game, and I find that pretty frustrating. We'll enable smoke. 30 credits is what we want. I find it frustrating because it's, in my opinion, it's the same as, like, we don't need to be told that we're cheating, in quotations, cheating. But, you know, with the extras included, that's cool, but we don't need to be told every time what the extras are. Something, for instance, I think this one allows it. Not here. Anyways, I might have missed it, but there's one where, yeah, you enable pause during your game, and it tells you that you enabled it between rounds. Like, we don't need to know that. So anyways, lots of options here. We're not going to play with any of them today, but I figured I would just show them. We are going to jump right into a playthrough now on the Master Tower. And here we go. I didn't enable Kahn or Motaro as they're only available in 2-player mode. But we're going to play this, or we're going to start anyways with Kabal. Kabal. You can hear the speeches in it. We will stick with the Master Tower. Why not? This game has some pretty decent exploits. They're pretty easy once you get the hang of them. Kabal was really nerfed for Ultimate MK3. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to use him now. I figured, why not? Let's do a quick playthrough with Kabal. And yeah, he's pretty powerful. So you don't even have to pause on the tower. It'll automatically stay here until you push start. As you can see, the character graphics very, very good in this. All the stages are intact, as well as the sound effects. Let's do it. I'm not going to knock him through the... Ooh, he blocked that. Alright, so Master Tower, maybe they block more. But I would like to hit him into the subway, which is why I didn't do my other combo on him. As soon as you do an uppercut, oh, there he goes. He will go through the ceiling, just like that. So I guess we won't do the pit fatality on this. Even that is a risk right there doing that. Here we go. So this gives us the opportunity to do an animality. Gotta be quick on that. My controller's a little stiff here for the Super Nintendo. Here we go. Let's do the animality. Hold high punch, forward, down, forward. The first character is always pretty manageable. I love that sound for animality. First character is always pretty reasonable. Every character afterwards, though, just goes nuts on you. That was the issue with the AI in this. It wasn't even like the arcade, as the arcade had a little bit of leniency between, you know, matches. This one goes from easy to very hard right away. You beat one character, and then when you lose, the character becomes easy again. And that was the problem I had with the Super Nintendo's computer difficulty. So we'll see how it goes anyways. We're in the bank. We kept the inclusion of the bank, which is cool. Now might not even meet the second character. Upper deck of the bank, onto the rooftop, the roof. There we go. They will block me. I do not know why I tried that so much. But we still get the win. Let's see, can we do a 1-credit playthrough with Kabal? I highly friggin' doubt it. Great thing about the Super Nintendo, though, the multiplayer was fantastic. Fortunately, the single player is a huge turnoff. Because Liu's only a second player, he's being a little more difficult with exploits. As you can see, I already lost. That is frustrating. You almost want to put it on very hard, just so that they are extremely cheap every match. Because then you can do the cheap exploit too. Let's use Liu Kang for round 2. Here we go. All the moves were included, most of the sound effects. Look at that! Not letting you come in to do any combos either. Messing me up with a jump kick.
Round 2. Fight.
Like I said, this game really shines in the multiplayer. As the controls are very tight in it. The like I said, the sound effects are all great. The background, stages, music, everything is where it should be. The voice is great. They kept the difficulty and such. Or sorry, not the difficulty, but the combos and everything are the same as the arcade as well. Here we go. You drop a tiny little MK2 cap instead of a Mortal Kombat 1 cap on your opponent in this one. Slight difference. Obviously, with 16-bit limitations, they can only do so much for the graphics. But I find they did a fantastic job on this version. So here we go. This is where it starts getting absolutely crazy. And this is where the exploits pretty much now they're almost guaranteed to do what they're doing there. You see Sheeva runs in, roundhouse kick. There you go. So for the rest of it, it's just timing, basically. Get your timing down. Know that the character is probably going to run in. Get that roundhouse kick ready. That's it. You see, sweep. And if you do miss it, here's where it is. There we go. Forward, down, little kick. Sets Sheeva ablaze. You'll notice once again the character names are outside of the health bar. Was that an issue for you? Not so much for me, but it bothered a lot of people. Here we go. Kabal. Strategy for Kabal is actually pretty easy. You just duck and block. He is more than likely going to do his web move. Then you do a combo on him. That's it. He will run into you if you want. But Kabal is more than likely going to dash in and do that web move. Especially on the Master Tower. You follow up with a combo. High fireball. There you have it. Pretty easy strategy. Drop an arcade cab on him too. Oops. I'm letting go of block there. That's where that's happening. Not the most fun way. Not the most fun way to beat this game, that's for sure. But you know, the game was so relentlessly difficult on you that you had to do what you had to do, right? Here we go. Kung Lao. Like I said, if you just sit there, you can actually, that's your pause of the game, basically. So block, he'll run in. too close, yeah, there's a chance I lose that round.
Round 2. Fight.
Run, block, low kick is his pit fatality. We get a chance here. No, I had a feeling I wasn't going to do it there. And the computer pulls out finishing moves and animalities and such too, which is great. Fortunately, we lost again. So that means the next character, the difficulty will be somewhat reset. And yeah, that was one way to beat it, basically. The smoke exploit from Ultimate MK3 doesn't work on this. You can't jump back, push kick, and then teleport across the screen. Smoke's exploits on this are just like every other character in this, where you wait for the character to run up to you. Church level looks very cool. They will usually block that teleport, but that's all you do. Again, roundhouse, and they're not even getting easier right now, actually. They're at the same difficulty. Nope. Testing out little things instead of just doing that one exploit. But I should probably be a little more careful. Smoke was the secret character for vanilla MK3, which was cool. However, unlocking him with a combat code, wasn't a big fan of that. And I wasn't a fan of that, it didn't seem right. I didn't like the simplicity of unlocking him. But a very cool character regardless. Always kind of reminded me of Smoke with the harpoon move that he has. Blocking everything. Wow, being a bit of a pain. Smoke obviously has one of the greatest fatalities in Mortal Kombat history, this one right here. And if you couldn't tell, I'm being totally sarcastic. Mind you, that kind of looks better than the arcade one almost. But there you have it. Slowly inching our way up the Master Tower. A few matches to go. Here so you need a bit of a different strategy sometimes. There we go. Whew. Got a sliver of health left. I thought that one teleport uppercut would have done more. Nope. Don't want to jump too much if you do that. Runs in, great. Do your exploit. Go. Perfect. Excellent. There we go. Forward, down, low punch. Into the spikes. So looks pretty good on this. Not bad. They crammed a ton of information onto this cartridge, so I was very pleased with it. And the Sega Genesis version too, they crammed everything they could. Very impressive. Here we go, back to the subway. Let's see if we can get Sindel. Nope. No Sindel, no subway fatality. Perfect. That's what you want. You want them to run in. I've said this a million times. You want them to run in. Ooh, almost missed it. So that you can do that exploit on them. And that is really the only way I know how to beat MK3 on Super Nintendo. She wins that round. Knew it right away. They don't start playing into your exploits. It's tough, that's for sure. Perfect. Keep falling for it, Sindel. There we go. This is where it can all fall apart. You know what? Let's do his animality. There we go. Down forward block. Excellent.
Smoke wins. Animality.
I actually like that animality. That's one of the easier ones to do. Also, down forward block. But I didn't mind it because it just looks like a black bull with like a red glowing thing around it.
Round one.
Here we go. Sektor. Get close enough to you, just sweep them. Missed it. Blocked it. Ooh, not cool. At least we still get the win. The blood in this is a little less gratuitous. You'll notice there's not as much blood. But they had to, they had to cut out some stuff in order to get this game playable on a 16-bit Super Nintendo. They did a fantastic job. Now we got the fatality. Another underwhelming fatality. The animation in that one, even on the arcade's not that great either. How the opponent just opens his mouth all crazy, pretty much in one frame of animation. So there's no fluidity in it whatsoever.
Round one. Fight.
Fun 0. Let's see how fun this battle is. I feel like this is going to be good luck. There we go. Timing is a huge factor for this. Nope. Shoot. You know what? That is muscle memory too for me to do that teleport punch. Even though I know it's not going to connect, I find I do it all the time just because I'm so used to doing it for some reason. Ooh, missed out on that. And there you have it. Another loss. But I tell you, if you don't know the exploits at all, people are losing left and right. You can't just approach this version like you would the arcade version, unfortunately. Sindel again. Alright. I believe it's 2 characters and then Motaro. Look at him just sitting there like a goon.
Sindel wins. Round 2. Fight.
Even if he hits you here, I don't think he'll do a full combo on you. He'll just sit there and start off the combo, just like that. Still surprising though. Still might surprise you. There you go. I do like the animation for that. Looks pretty cool.
Fatality.
Obviously recording off this TV. A little bit more contrast, and it's not the clearest, but looks very, very good on the CRT. Here we go. Psycho Kano. Unfortunately, combo didn't work. The low kick seems to push the opponent away in this for some reason. I don't know if it's only this version too. They run right under that. They run under it and then uppercut. That's kind of cool. We're definitely ripping this guy's skin off. There you have it. It's boss time. So, Master Tower on Super Nintendo, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how good you do it. I'd be curious to watch a speed run for the Super Nintendo. I wonder if Dark Tenka does any speed runs on Super Nintendo versions. I'll have to check that out. Now, is there any animation on this one for the fatality? I'm not sure. I'll just have to look into it. Motaro looks smaller, obviously, than in the arcade. There you go. Same kind of strategy, though, just jump kicks and combos. He is harder on Ultimate MK3, that's for sure. Ooh, a little bit of slowdown, too. I'm noticing that, that's for sure.
Round 3. Fight.
Nice. Range for where he grabs is a little different. There you have it. Not the tidiest of wins, but a defeat nonetheless. All right, here we go.
Fight.
See the strategies. Pretty much the same. Oof. Not quite close enough. Did not have the run. Oof. My ass kicked.
Round 2. Fight.
Didn't duck quick enough there. So I'm curious if the range is similar in this. Kahn just sitting there. Yes, just like the arcade, you just kind of keep running in doing combos. There we go. A little easier that time.
Round 3. Fight.
moves a little faster, I think, than the arcade. We're gonna beat this. Maybe not. We did. A little bit of blood there. There you have it. Not a flawless playthrough by any means. Suffered a few losses. But, you know, when this came out, like I said, back in the day, I picked it up, I loved it. I got good memories, I also have bad memories. And the bad memories are my brother freaking out whenever he would lose against me, so I ended up having to let him win a bunch of the times. So that is the only bad memory I have of this version. But there you have it. The finishing scenes in this, the artwork from the arcade was not ported over to the Super Nintendo, so unfortunately, the ending you get is with the artwork from the Versus screen. But there you have it. A very, very great version of MK3, aside from the single player. Unfortunately, if you don't know exploits, your single player was just an absolute nightmare on this. Playing against other people was great, though. And, you know, 30 years ago. Can you believe it? I can't, but it is what it is. If you stuck through the video, I do appreciate it if you watched. I do like in this one how they do actually give the character names, the actors and actresses that played the characters. Whereas for Mortal Kombat 2, they just show the character names without the actors that played them. For the Super Nintendo, anyways. But there you have it. They give the credit to those that acted for this game, which is great. Once again, the Super Nintendo version included pretty much everything the arcade did. Just shrunk down. Because of that, this was awesome. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day.